they didn't edit me out. Well, I mean, listen, it wasn't just me. I don't think there's, I just think because of the nature of the fact that like it's the Turkey ep, people are obviously just like looking for stuff, you know, because of the episode. And it's just it's not anything to do with all of the kind of bullshit that was circulating and was proven to not be true. Like it's just the edit. It's not personal to me. I feel like a lot was cut out from the episode, not just on my side, but for so many people. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's, yeah. I wasn't in trouble or kicked off or anything of the sort. It was just a quiet ep for me. And I feel like everyone has a quiet ep. Like I've had quite a good kind of consistent run in terms of, I guess, my screen time. I feel like every ep I've been in it. But there's been some candidates who haven't been in some episodes at all, kind of similarly to how I was on yesterday's. It's been somewhat consistent. I'd say this is the quietest one so far, but it's okay. Like I'm not gonna justify the edit. I don't know. There was probably more of a storyline on the other team. Do you know what I mean? Because they lost. I was just in the kitchen cooking, helping out my team. That's all it is. I got less screen time, but like I just don't want you to assume that is like any type of conspiracy. It's not. It's just people are looking for a conspiracy because it's the Turkey task. But I was definitely there. I was so upset when Johnny left. So upset. But obviously, like, it's a professional working environment. Like, I was probably talking about Johnny leaving for so long. Like, I was mad upset. But it was really funny. Like, he was sat next to me yesterday when we were watching it. And we were laughing at me being like, don't get too comfy on the couch. Like, the only thing I said the whole ep. Obviously wasn't talking about him. It's just a one-liner. It's just The Apprentice. Yeah. Just because, like, I guess it is what it is in terms of what the public see, right? But just because it might be a quieter edit doesn't mean that I didn't do anything. Like, I'm one of, like, I can say this on live loud and proud, knowing like anyone can screen record this and say like, there's so many things you can say about my character. You might not like me on the kind of season, or you have these opinions about me, whatever. That's actually fine. Like, I'm not going to change your mind. Like, it's a TV show, you can have your opinion. But the one thing I'm not is like a quiet, like, coaster kind of character. That's never been me. It's just that I wasn't in this episode much, but I'm always somebody that's very like loud about their opinions and stuff like that. And like, I just feel like I can say that loud and proud, knowing every single candidate would be like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's just not my character. But yeah. Also, read the spoilers, guys. Like, honestly, let's work together, because I've never seen so many people like so angry about spoilers. Wait, firstly, before I even show you guys compassion, let me give you guys some smoke back. If I didn't post the spoiler, okay, somebody else would have. I'm going to say it on live because I don't think Mia will care. Mia posted a picture of her and Johnny on Instagram before I even posted anything. Okay, like, people had already posted spoilers before I posted anything. There's like live Reddit chats happening, like the news, yeah, like mainstream media will post about it before I even post it on TikTok. So I'm not doing anything out of the norm and out of the realms of what everybody does anyway. I'm not gonna lie, last year everyone was on live 2 minutes after the episode airs, spoiling it left, right and centre. It's just one of those things when you're watching a show. I know it's a bit annoying, But you do just like, I know watching a show, like if I don't want to see spoilers, I'm just going to stay off my phone for a bit. Like I'm not going to go on TikTok. I'm not saying that you're going to stay off your phone, but I'm just saying I think it's a little bit like, it's a bit unfair to say, to like give me all of this smoke when it's like everyone is doing it. And like now you guys are saying you're following me and not the others. But where are you guys when it's time to show support and solidarity? Because now that it comes to like this discussion, it fits the narrative of, oh, you've got the most followers, Amber, that's why you're giving spoilers. Okay, so where are you guys giving me my flowers when the time is due? Because I don't hear that either. So like, what is it? Like, what is it? Because otherwise it's giving who are you? Who are you? But you know who I am, because you're saying that you follow me and not the other candidates. Do you know who I am? Like, it's like I cannot win. I actually cannot win. I'm not fasting during Ramadan because I am not Muslim. But yeah, in terms of the spoilers though, like also it's like, for example, say a lot of people are like, oh, okay, wait till the next day to post. Okay, I can for sure wait till the next day to post. Like what I find really annoying, if I'm honest, is like the people in the comments that are like, we get it, you need to push your content out. Don't patronize me. Don't patronize me. Like I firstly, can you fuck off? Sorry, let me block this person. Don't patronize me, right? I know how to get views without talking about The Apprentice. I'm not somebody who has a new page who only speaks about The Apprentice. Yeah, I do a lot of Apprentice content, but please don't patronize me and tell me like what content needs to be pushed out and when. Like that's just really condescending. However, yeah, fine. Like if you don't want me to post it straight away, I can hold off. But then it's like I could hold off and like wait till about 10 hours later and there'll still be people that might not have watched it. So I don't really know what to do. Like when's the right time? Like I don't know, because there's also people that like when the episode finishes airing live, they want to come to social media to see more. So it's just, I really just don't feel like I can win on this one, guys. Like I don't want to piss you all off and spoil it because I hear it, but I just want you to understand my perspective as well. I could write spoiler before, yeah, I could do that. Because there's a lot of you saying it, so I'm like, I hear it. I don't want to like, I know that not everybody can watch it live, but then it's like, it's not like I have 6 million followers. Do you know what I mean? That's around the amount of people that watch The Apprentice. I don't know how many watch it live, but I'm like, my following in comparison to the amount of people that watch it live, I feel like there's obviously more that watch it live, right? I don't know. I don't know. You do realize that like I am not the only person posting content about the episode once it's aired. Like I'm not like, yeah, I could put spoiler warning first for sure. I'm trying to work with you. I don't understand why I'm catching so much smoke. I'm trying to make you understand my perspective and the fact that there's also like, as much as there's people who don't want to see what's happened because I haven't watched it yet, which is fair, there's also people that come to my page straight away and want to know like what's happening. But you know what it is, guys, like if you have like, it's okay to like, how do I say this? There's going to be scenarios where you tell me something and I'm like, oh yeah, fair, like I hear it. And scenarios when I'm like, actually, there's another perspective. That's okay. That's okay. Like that is just my perspective too, as somebody who's on the other side of it. And perhaps you can't see that. So I'm just trying to have like a very like logical discussion with you, just to get you to see my point of view, because I also understand your point of view. That is how a conversation works. It's not just, yeah, guys, really, really sorry. what you said is completely right. Like, unless I do genuinely believe that, because yes, whilst I understand it is annoying when you haven't watched something and you see spoilers, it's definitely annoying. There's also another portion of people who look forward to that content because they do watch it live. And there's also then comes the when should I spoil it kind of thing. Because do I wait 10 hours? Because in 10 hours, someone might not watch it. Sometimes people watch it, 3 days afterwards. Does that mean that as candidates, we're not supposed to watch it 3 days afterwards? What I could definitely not get behind is somebody spoiling anything to do with an episode before it airs. Like, that is insane. Like, that shouldn't ever be done. Yeah. Someone said I haven't watched it, don't spoil it. Don't go on my page. Like, guys, mainstream media pick up the episode as soon as it airs, It's honestly not just me. I just feel like, I don't know. It's always different rules when it comes to me though, man. Exactly. I found out Janet quit before it aired. Do you know how irritating that was? Like, I think I shouldn't be the one catching smoke here, but maybe we could direct that to the media, who literally broke their embargo towards the BBC and announced me as a candidate before the fact. And that's the first time that ever happened. And I was ridiculed online for weeks before even being able to say anything. Like, those are the people spoiling the show, not me. Why does everyone do it, but only people... I can't even say it out loud. There's some really disgusting people in this chat. Sorry, let me just block. Like, it's actually too much. Yeah, it is good weather today. It's actually 16 degrees today, which is like, it feels like summer. I know, it was a bit of a quiet ep for me, this one. But it was a very fun watch for me because obviously as it was Turkey and we were in different cities, I really, really, really didn't know what was going on at all. Like, watching that back, I was able to see the scenery and stuff, right? Like, I had no idea. I'll give you a bit of more insight into the ep, for example. So, in the morning, seeing as we're doing an episode debrief here, I don't think I'm really going to post a debrief per se this week, because I'm like, what have I got to debrief about? I just went to Turkey for a holiday, clearly. And seeing as I wasn't in that ep much, but there was a big part in the morning meeting. Obviously, the project manager has to choose who goes into what team, and I really wanted to be in the events team. I did not want to be in the kitchen because I was my skill set's more geared towards the events. There was a big tussle back and forth, and I was sending shots being you put all the girls in the kitchen, but none of that made the cut. I did think that would make the cut, to be fair, because that was giving drama, but I was pissed. I was why am I not in the events team? I did really well in the events team on week 1. I'm just not gonna thrive in the kitchen environment. Mia's already there. We need to divide and conquer. I don't need to be there. Mia's there, Malika's there. What's going on? So that was, yeah, that's just an insight into how much you don't see. I wasn't treated differently than any of the other candidates, and I think that's why there's when sometimes when you guys watch it, you might be watching it and naturally kind of looking out for me. So when things are happening to me, it seems more impactful. The fact that I was in the episode less this week, it's did something happen? But if you notice, in the last since episode 1, there's some characters who don't say, it's very normal for people to just have less time sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Mia, for the first 2 episodes, for example, wasn't in it much, but then she started to be in it a little bit more. It's just normal. But I guess because you might be looking at the guise of in the guise of just looking for kind of me in it, it feels more why was she not in it? Do you know what I mean? But I'm not denying I wasn't in it much. It was definitely not a It was my quietest episode yet, for sure. But I don't think it's anything abnormal. Like, it's not because I was treated any differently. I was treated the same. If I was treated differently, I'd be, I don't know, the main character of every episode, which I'm certainly not. So, yeah. There's no reason to treat me differently. I will just say though, for my sake, if you are in here and you are somebody that follows me, please don't please don't ruin my life this week and make the internet a very hard place for me to come on, because I've already been ridiculed online. I've already had to kind of go through all of this. I really don't want to be talking about things that are so hurtful, and I just appreciate like less of the conspiracy theories. Like, there was no conspiracy as to why I was in the episode less, other than the fact that I just didn't have a big ep. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, the men in here are so odd, like really odd. As in, how do you, like, why do you want to know so much about a woman's personal life? It's actually so bizarre. It's actually giving stalker energy. I can't take the hate today. What is going on? Like, what is actually going on? My eyes are popping out like a socket. Like, speak to your mom like that. The hell? Who gives you the right to come on somebody's page and say that? Like, are you actually okay? It's insane. Like, I'm just going about my day doing my makeup. Like, why am I catching this smoke? Fuck me. If they that offensive to you, don't be on my live. Like, genuinely. I'm gonna ignore. Like, I've seen a lot of comments about my eyes on this live, and I haven't said a single thing. And it's because I just saw one out of like what feels like 100. I just had to say something. It's hard to constantly ignore it when it's in your face. That's why live is it's a nice place, because it's more interactive, but it's not like a video where I can just like scroll off it, or I don't need to read all the comments. It's like I cannot avoid it. It's like, it's always weird men, like, you know, since being on the show, right? I hope I'm talking to the girls, by the way. Like, if there's guys in here, Jordan, I just saw you in here. There's guys in here, creepy guys. Get out. I beg you, get out. Like, this is actually for the girls. Like, I actually don't want to talk to you guys. The amount of weird guys, now that I'm on a TV show, that slide into my DMs on Instagram and will say the most disgusting, feral things. I never, ever used to get that before The Apprentice. Like, never. And it's like actually disgusting. Like, before, I really just feel like... Nah, Jordan, I'm not talking about you. Before, I really just felt like... Well, my audience is still predominantly women, which thank God. But now I just feel like it's brought this just like odd, bizarre, like demographic of like UK men. Like, it's just like horrid, like the stuff that I need to read. And also like the hate on terms of my looks is also insane. Like, firstly, I'm not flattered if a man is like being creepy in my DMs. Like, that's not flattering to me, so they can keep it to themselves. But not only that, it will be like sending me pictures of my eyes, or like being like, you've got googly eyes, you're so creepy, da 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 da. Can I ask why a 50-year-old man called Steve from like, I don't know, Barking, has come to my page and like taken the time out of their day to do that? And like, as in like, I will be getting harassed. Obviously, I don't reply to those like idiots, but I literally just look, swipe off. But I'm like, I've just never had. I'm just in a new phase online where I'm like, Steve from Barking needs to catch my hands, bro. Like, I'm a man, but I'm not creepy. Well, that's great. I'm not saying every single man on planet Earth, but bro, I already knew men were weird, but it's made me really feel like they're weird. Super weird. I beg you, get off my page. I beg you, get off my page. This is not for you. It's actually for the girls. Also, so many racists. Like, actually insane. Actually insane. Because if I was a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, I'm sure it would be different. But it's fine. I need to hurry up, actually. I'm half Pakistani, half Indian. I feel like my makeup hasn't come out good at all. Like, my skin is just so patchy and dry, but we're gonna have to deal with this today. So, yeah. Sorry, that was like, I feel like I was on smoke for a good, like, 10 minutes, but fine now. We're fine. Get it out of the system. Do we want what chat do we want? Ask me questions. It can be obviously non-apprentice. I thought you were Turkish. I do get that quite often, to be fair. Like, when I'm in Turkey, people do think that I'm Turkish. How is Ramadan going? I am not fasting because I'm not Muslim, which I've said quite a lot of times, but I hope that if you are fasting this Ramadan, that it is good for you. I genuinely mean that. I hope it's a fulfilling time. The next task, we are making a kids banking app. You can see, I think you can see the teaser for it on iPlayer. Guys, honestly, right? When I found out I was going on to the show, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. If I get fired anywhere before the halfway point, I actually can't come back to the internet. Like, I actually can't. Like, you don't understand how much being fired on, like, the first episode was, like, the scariest thing for me. I'm like, I will never be able to set foot back on the internet again. So I'm really happy to now be getting into episode 7. Also, actually, this is a really good point, which is, this is really tough, right? Like, if you're in the losing team, you're always going to get more. Okay, there's someone in here that keeps fucking putting a frog emoji, and I've just let them for like the last half an hour, so just get off. If you're in the losing team, you're going to get more airtime because that's how the episode always is, right? Like, they're always going to highlight the losing team more. So if you're somebody that, like, cares about having airtime and, like, you're messing up constantly, sometimes it's a good thing in terms of, like, people will be talking about you if that's what you want. But if you're in the winning team, you're just kind of cracking on. A lot of the times that doesn't get shown because it's not really as interesting as of a watch if I'm just literally in the next room, like, just getting the dishes done and it's not really anything wrong with it. So, but then obviously it's good to be in the winning team because it means that, you know, you're that next step to getting to, you know, to the final 5, to the final, you know, you're avoiding the bottom 3, the boardroom, you know, potentially getting fired. So it really just depends on what you want from the process, you know, and I just played to win. I'm trying to do the best I can. So whilst it might be a little bit more of a boring watch, I would much rather prefer to be in the winning team, is how I feel. But everybody has probably got a different perspective on that. There's probably people that like don't care if I win or lose. I'm trying to make a mark, trying to make an impression. That's okay. That's fine. I'm trying to win. My reactions in the boardroom. I've got a very expressive face, and like as we were filming, the crew would always say to me like, Amber, your expressions are like actually insane. And I wouldn't really deep it because that's just like, it's honestly just naturally me. Like I am very expressive. One thing, I knew I had a resting bitch face though, but my resting bitch face is actually way crazier than I even thought. Like that shit's harsh. Like that shit is harsh. And I like someone will be talking and I could literally like be agreeing with that person, but I'm like, that's like my face. That is my face. I'm always like that. Genuinely. So it's just funny to watch it back. I'm like, damn, I need to work on my resting bitch face, or maybe just start smiling randomly so people think I don't hate them. And then they'll always clip that. So yeah, I might not talk, but you'll definitely see my face. Just so funny. We've had the whole spoiler chat, so you might be new to this live, but I shall not rehash those points again. Tim or Karen, they're both very different. I do really like Tim. I'm a fan of Tim. But I do like Karen too. Rooting for you to win. Thank you so much. Anyways, guys, on to other things, because fucking hell, this has been apprentice galore. And I've just been catching smoke, man. But I'm getting ready because I am going to Warwick University today. And tomorrow I have a TED talk, and I am so incredibly nervous. TEDx talk. I'm so nervous. Like, I really feel like I'm going to mess it up. And it's a really big opportunity for me. But I also, and I've taken it because I'm like, I really want to push myself out of my comfort zone and do something that I find really difficult. But I'm super nervous about the fact that I'm going to go and I'm going to forget it all. And like loads of girlies have DM'd me on Instagram to be like, I'm going to come. Hi, Emma. I'm going to come. I'm going to jump off in a sec, babes. Yeah, like I'm going to come and watch your talk, really excited. I'm like, that's giving me pressure. That's giving me pressure. So yeah, that is what's happening. And then on Saturday, I'm going to the Sabrina Carpenter concert right after my TED talk. Like, tell me I'm actually living a double life. Frederick is not a bully. Frederick is one of the kindest people I know. He's really not a bully. I can say that, and like I'm saying that as somebody who's like, Johnny was my bestie on the show. Like, so if anyone was going to give him smoke, I would be coming for them. I don't know what this smirk is that everyone's referring to, by the way. Like, I keep seeing this and I'm a bit confused. I think like sometimes things are dramatized on TV. I'm thinking like if he smirked, he was probably just happy to have survived. It wasn't a smirk towards like, yeah, we got Johnny out, but more like, oh my days, like, thank God it wasn't me, is what I would think it would be. I don't know. I need to watch this smirk back, man. Not too much on my boy Johnny, man. I'm joking. It wouldn't have been anything bad. So I don't know what to wear for my TED talk. I've got to pack something that's appropriate for my TED talk and then pack for something that's appropriate for Sabrina Carpenter, because then I'm going to come straight from Warwick and then I'm staying at the Nobu Hotel in Shoreditch and I'm going with a few makeup brands. So there's going to be like loads of influencers there. I'm going there with no one, so I'm going to be really nervous because I don't really have like influencer friends. So I'm going to have to be like, hey, I can't. I know you shouldn't tell people where you're staying, but I think it's like one of those things where we're all just going to be making content. So like everyone's going to know we're staying there. Like it's not like everyone's going to be posting in real time. So I don't think that's an issue, but thank you. One sec, guys. Sorry. But yeah, my makeup's done. I need to do my hair. Really not sure. Guys, as if I'm going to a TED Talk and a Sabrina Carpenter concert without doing my roots, which need doing, and my nails. Like, Amber Rose, get a grip. What is going on? Just haven't had the time. I'm so busy. But yeah, I'm going to do my hair. It's been great to catch up at some points of this and not so great at other parts. But I love you guys. Wish me luck on this weekend because I am very, very nervous. I'm going to drink my electrolytes and pray for me. What if I mess up the talk? What if I mess up the talk? Okay, I love you guys. I'm not fasting, I'm not Muslim. I've said it a lot of times with a lot of compassion, with a lot of patience. But if I was Muslim and I wasn't fasting, I don't think that's an appropriate way to like be like, you're not fasting. What if I was on my period? What if I was pregnant? Like, come on, guys. Anyways, I love you. I'm gonna go.